Hello, welcome to this local weather update. It'll be a brief one because we're delayed and I've got a lot of the stuff to do tonight. Thank you, Nice Bus, once again for failing. So it's a little after 10 o'clock. Well, it's more like 10:20, August 11th. And yeah, we had some haze around. It was not a really great looking sky. There was a little bit of smoke around. You could see here there was some blue, but you could see the haze as the sun was kind of hitting it there. Even better here, you can see all that haze in the air, and the sea breeze, whatever the reason is, we thought we were going to get one today, and it completely died in the evening. You could see again all that haze. I mean, not as bad as other days, but I think there was a lot of near surface smoke today, more than higher up. Definitely you could smell it almost at times. At least you think you could smell it. You can almost see it there in the satellite image as well. So let's go to our current observations out there right now, and it's a warm night out there. And again, no sea breeze. 73 at Farmingdale. I wish it was that cool here. It's 80 in the alley. So we're like Newark, basically. I'm wondering if they ever got a sea breeze or not. So we're going to look at Farmingdale. We'll kind of show you what the deal was today. So you can see temperatures were well into the mid-80s today. And yeah, no sea breeze actually. No, there was a sea breeze here at Farmingdale. There actually was for a little bit in the early afternoon. And then, for some reason, later in the afternoon, 4 or 5 o'clock, the winds went back to northwest again. Dew points dropped, but it kept the temperatures up there for sure, and it's still very warm out there, depending on where you are. 72 at Islip. I'm wondering if Islip got into that land breeze, too, or further out east, maybe they were able to get that sea breeze. I don't know. We'll see what happened here. So it looks like they were able to keep the sea breeze at Islip. No, they lost it for a little bit, so sea breeze front kept wavering back and forth across Long Island, it looks like, and that kept the temperatures, depending on where you were, variable. Obviously, here in Nassau, I don't think we even got a sea breeze. So let's look at the highs today. Highs out east cooler, but if you're in Nassau County, so mid-80s at Islip, upper 80s, 88 at Farmingdale, 86 at LaGuardia, and mid to upper 80s in New Jersey. The lows. 64 at West Hampton, so generally mid-60s. And I'll look at the Wonder Map, and I want to look at this and look at a few stations here and just take a look at what happened here with this sea breeze, because I'm really curious about it. So let's look at, yeah, we're at 73 in South Bell. Let's look at Mineola, see how hot it is here. 70, it's the alley. The alley's like 80 degrees. It's just unbelievable. So let's go here, 73, South Wantoa. 72, the high was 86, so let's see. Yeah, you can see where there was a sea breeze here. You see what happened here, and then right around 3:30 in the afternoon, the winds went back to northwest, and the temperatures went back up into the mid-80s. So, yeah, no sea breeze at all today. Maybe if you were right on the beach, maybe you had one. 76 doesn't look like it, so yeah, it was kind of surprising. I thought there would be more of a sea breeze today. But anyway, let's get to the next weather thing that we got to cover. That is what happened yesterday with the preliminary information for the damage on yesterday for the tornadoes here. This is preliminary damage assessment in East Greenwich Township, New Jersey. This is in Gloucester County. There was a tornado, and we'll have more information here. It was rated an EF1 at max peak winds of 95 miles an hour. It was on the ground for just less than a mile, so it was only there for a short time, and 70 yards path with no injuries there. And then we had the Pemberton Township tornado. That was also an EF1, estimated peak winds of 90 miles an hour, only on the ground for 0.31. So it was on the ground for a very short amount of time. And this was in North Country Lake Estates in Burlington County, New Jersey. And I'm not going to read through the whole thing here. So those are your updates of the tornadoes. And I'll link them below. And, maybe we'll talk about them more when we have them on a Sunday. But let's go now to our climate statistics for today. And then tomorrow, because tomorrow we have a severe weather threat. So Islip, high was 82. Right around normal today. But if you go look at Central Park, 85. And, yep, 85. So yeah, yeah, a little bit warmer, but still, that's still actually a little bit below normal for the day. So yep, they've put up part of us in a slight risk actually. Nassau County, New York City, and the northern half of New Jersey, as well as most of New York State and Pennsylvania, in a slight risk for severe thunderstorms tomorrow, marginal south of there. So tomorrow could be a pretty active day, according to this. And if we go here, you'll see that they even brought this up on the local weather service page. The slight risk, a scattered severe thunderstorm threat for tomorrow. And yeah, an isolated tornado could even be possible. And you can see here's a closer up look, and you can see generally Nassau County and western Suffolk. And you're going to be in this slight risk for severe weather for tomorrow. So let's go take a look at the models here and just look at the northeast here, HRRR, and you'll see here that tomorrow we're quiet, and then this is what happens it's just scattered, but you can see it looks like the HRRR is a little slower now and has the threat later on at night. It's very hard to use the model and say where these things are going to pop up, but you can see it does have it coming through around midnight. The later it is, the more likely it's going to lose energy away from the heat of the day, but we're going to have to watch for this. And then much better weather for Sunday. So I'll show you what's going to happen with the dew points here. And I'll look at a few more models here. So tomorrow, the dew points come up tomorrow. We do have the southerly flow. And then for Sunday, we get into a more, you can see it's moving much slower. The HRRR is much slower with this front. It doesn't really have the dew points dropping that much at all. So HRRR is totally different. I'm curious what the GFS looks like. Yeah, GFS is a little quicker with it. Well, it's kind of slow too. So let's go back. Let's go to the NAM and look at what it's going to do with this front. Has an isolated cell there, but the main action, you can see there's the line. It holds off until later in the evening. And you can see it looks like it has it going north of us. So there is a threat. Obviously, it's hard to say where these storms are going to pop up, and you can see the models are generating pretty intense thunderstorms, even if they're not over us. You know, in the model, they could be over us in reality, so keep that in mind. So we'll go back to the HRRR, look at our temperatures for tomorrow, and you'll see it will get warm, especially to the west. Upper 80s, probably near 90. Long Island, probably mid 80s. And then for Sunday, mid to upper 80s with improving conditions that day. I'll just go to the RGEM for the skies. And you'll see tomorrow we'll have sunshine, but it'll be mixed with some clouds, some high clouds, some mid-level high. And then, of course, the cumulonimbus later on. Sunday, hopefully we can... Sunday was originally looking like it was going to be a nice day, but it's kind of slow to clear things out. Looks like maybe more likely to be clearer maybe to the west. So we'll talk about that more tomorrow. Let's focus more on the severe weather threat. Let's go to Ventus Sky right now and look at the capes for tomorrow. All right, so we'll put this at 11. You can see decent, we'll pull this out a little bit, decent cape over New Jersey. Not so much over Long Island, but as we move later on, the cape levels increase, so we have a pretty unstable atmosphere. And you can see that instability again, though it seems like it's not that high, but it definitely is enough. And then if we put the lifted index in here, yeah, look at that. So, yeah, we have good conditions for severe weather tomorrow. So, then you see that yellow, that's more than marginal. And I think that a severe thunderstorm watch may be needed for tomorrow. So, lastly, let's go to the smoke. And we'll look at the 21Z vertically integrated smoke model here before I wrap this local weather update up. And you see a little bit of smoke still in the area tomorrow. You see this a little bit. This is the vertically integrated smoke. Looks like as we get towards Sunday, maybe we'll finally get rid of it. But I guess that's going to wrap up this local weather update again. Just keeping it brief tonight. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. Have a good night.